We have a result.
Yes, we do.
It's like in the elections. So these are the results from the jury. No, from you.
So let's look at India then. It's a stable country to operate in. Very, very high market growth, but there are three disadvantages. Is it possible to handle those challenges in a good way?
I think as an investor or as an entrepreneur, you feel safe that there's a legal framework protecting you, there's good IPR protection and so on. When it comes to the question of establishing yourself in India, that's a different ballgame altogether. It is possibly, in my limited experience and from Asia, it's possibly one of the most complex and bureaucratic markets to establish yourself in. And in most cases that I've been part of, I think almost always there's been a gross underestimation of the time, effort, and money it will cost to establish yourself in India. But if you can crack that code, or if you go into India knowing, roughly the lay of the land, things become a lot easier, of course. Market growth, every fifth person on this planet lives, in this place called India, so we can agree there are a lot of people there. It's a little over 1.2 billion people, I think, is the latest census. So there is a big market. However, I'll add a rider to that. It's an extremely, and I'll underline this, price-sensitive market. If you don't have the right price, the market is zero. If you hit the right price point, it'll explode, and literally it's limitless. And this is something I know from personal experience, and both as a mobile operator and also selling mobile phones and so on. So you need to find, it's a binary market, which is strange. It's not that you sell a little stuff, and if you reduce your price, you sell a little more. It's nothing, or boom. It's strange. Yes.
Okay.
The part about representation, my comments to that are, yes, you can't, do an analysis of India, say, yeah, this looks great, and then just parachute in and, try and establish yourself. It's completely not going anywhere. You need to work with a local partner, and, there's no way around it. And I'm saying this because it's just too complex, even for large players. And my experience is from Ericsson. Even Ericsson has a local partner, which you need to fall back on, because, and it's not just to India. I'd say complex market like Philippines, like Indonesia, similar socioeconomic markets. You need to have a strong local partner. I just spent a few more seconds on that. I was running Ericsson India, and a few months before we decided we'd stop relationships with our local partner, because Ericsson's too big. We're a global company. We don't want a local partner. So we bought the local partner out and so on. And there was a tax raid on Ericsson. Stop all business, seize, you cannot ship, no import, everything stuck in custom. It doesn't matter how big you are, your business comes to a standstill. And then the company had to go back to the partner, sorry, okay, and then you had to find the right politician who went to the school with his son, and and then finally things started moving. So
we should hold your horses.
I think your message is loud and clear.
Yes.
Get yourself a partner.
Yes, that's right.
In India before you do anything.
And
If we hold that, we shift to South America, Kalle. I can see from the graphs that the market growth is obviously tremendous.
Yeah.
Obviously, it differs from country to country in South America. But according to your experience, and there's also high rating on the competition side, which, depending on how you perceive the question, either means that there is a lot of competition or there is not so much competition, so there's a good market for me.
Yeah, I can explain that a bit. Because,
exactly.
The thing with
because you were selling the territory to everyone, I can understand.
Yeah, but that's my job. I'm always a sales guy. That's what I do. No, but when it comes to competition, you should know that we have the operation that we have is in Colombia.
Yes.
10 years ago, Colombia was well, very dangerous country. All the big companies left Colombia. You could get killed in the street directly if you went out. You had to guide your children to school and so on. That has rapidly changed to being number 3 in growth in the world today.
Which most people don't even know.
They don't know. So if you go down to Bogota, which is the capital, with the airplane and take a taxi, I've said this already to all of you, but then you see all the buildings, they are building everywhere. It's a tremendous thing that has happened there. And they are very skilled, university-wise, all these kind of things. They are very established with this. Everything is happening, and it's happening right now. So I'm selling, one of my products is televisions and TV systems for hospitality business. I mean, this is something that is in competition in all other countries is very, very difficult. Everyone is talking about hardware, how much is a 32-inch, how much is a 42-inch. In Colombia, it's different. There are no companies there to do what I'm doing.
So competition is very low.
Very low. So now it's explained in 5 minutes or something.
Okay. If we continue to Africa.
Yeah, to Africa then, it's very low rating on stability, and that sounds very serious. Well, what's your comment to that single point there?
Well, it's hard, I believe, to compete with like India, that is one country, and Africa, that is 53 or 54 countries. There are spots of stability that you can start, and we can grow very fast, and by that get a foot into other markets that has lower stability. But overall, it's very hard to say that you have a great stability when you have plenty of dictatorships.
Gustav, how do you deal with that weakness?
Well, I think it's more about being selective. So if you have 54 countries, select one of the 20 that are stable.
And which countries would you suggest then? I know you both operated in Ghana, for instance.
Yeah, one of the examples that you can work with. I work with Senegal and Tanzania as well. They're also okay.
Okay.
I think most countries are okay to work with.
Mhm.
And that's establishing, we have quite a low score there as well, but I think you can handle that as well. It's not that easy not that difficult to set up a business in most of the African countries.
And I think one of the great things is that you can do it yourself.
Yeah.
Both of us have started off like that. We do not have any local partners involved, and it works fine to work as a 100% foreign-owned company as well, and you get around.
Quite a difference comparing with India now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Very large difference.
If we shift then to the Middle East, Yamal, and you see the scores, and they're slightly, it's very even to start with, and so not much is sticking out other than market growth. But would you comment, is it this easier to establish yourself? Now you are working with assisting and helping and setting up, but what would your comments be there,
Yeah,
seeing these graphs?
yeah, the Middle East, it's a little bit in the middle between what Anil said about India and what they have mentioned about Africa.
Mm-hmm.
It is lots of countries in the Middle East. Some of them are small and
Yeah.
extremely rich. Some of them are populous and not so rich.
Right.
So it's lots of mixture. What's good in the Middle East that you don't need a local partner. That's not mandatory. It helps if you
Yeah.
have the right partner. But also there is so much now business being done on a regional level in the Middle East,
Yeah.
especially in the Gulf and GCC area, which is the Gulf countries.
Mm.
There is so many companies that are establishing on a regional level.
Mm.
What I have done in the past with many companies, Swedish companies, that we have found for them one regional partner that helped them navigate through all the differences of the Middle East.
Yeah.
This is a region that has extremely high population growth, extremely rich. This is where most of the oil of the world is. To most of Westerners, it's this 5 minutes of bad news every single night on the news. And that that scares people off. But and so if when Western companies start getting attracted to the Middle East, the immediate thing they say Dubai. But Dubai is, yes, it's advanced, but it's small.
Yeah.
In my experience, I have done better business in Sudan than Dubai because Sudan is not competitive. It's hard, yes. It's not, but it's not competitive. People don't like to go there and compete there. Everybody is scared to go there. But Dubai, it's so fancy. Everybody wants to go there. So it is so competitive.
Yeah, everyone is there.
In all the businesses I have done, my margins in Syria, in Sudan, in Libya, these hard countries, are much, much better than in Dubai and Kuwait. Then there is the other contrast, Saudi Arabia, which is large and rich. If you do, if you do a serious effort in Saudi Arabia, it's very hard not to do business. I mean, you've got to do an effort to fail in Saudi Arabia. If you don't have a product that is in conflict with the hard politics and the hard social environment in Saudi Arabia.
Okay, thank you. Maybe we should shift over and see what the accumulated figures are. And meanwhile, while you talk, I will thank our entrepreneurs by a small token, a gift.
Oh, thank you.
This is something very high-techy and fantastic.
So this is total score, so the accumulation summary. And South America is a clear winner here. So congratulations to the salesman. South America. Oh, great. And 2, 3, and 4, very equal. It looks the same, but we all know it's very different between India and Africa, and you can't fail here. So don't fool yourself by those figures there. And my suggestion is you entrepreneurs team up with the regional specialist. You have time in the bus, you have time in the evening, tonight in lunch. So just go ahead and grab them and
Use this
get more
opportunity.
information.